Shabbat Shalom. You know, this Shabbat, the one between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, has a special name. It's called Shabbat Shuvah, the Shabbat of return. Traditionally, it's one of the two most important Shabbatot of the Jewish year. The other one being Shabbat Hagadol, the Shabbat right before Passover. Long before rabbis were giving sermons or teaching during services, it was customary just to be able to pray. And they taught and learned it at other times. But on these two Shabbatot, rabbis would speak in synagogue. On Shabbat Hagadol, they would speak about the laws of Passover. Long before there's internet or even printed books, the rabbis on an annual basis had to teach the people and remind them about the laws of how to kosher a home and what's permissible to eat on Passover. On Shabbat Hagadol, it was teaching the process of tshuva, about return or repentance, the right way to do it. And just as you had to kosher your house for Passover, you had to kosher your life, your soul, for Yom Kippur. You see, on Rosh Hashanah, we blew the shofar to wake us up to this process that begins and will conclude with Yom Kippur. During Yom Kippur, we live between life and death. That's why we have those 5 prohibitions against eating and drinking, bathing, and sexual relations. Those represent and feel like life itself, the luxuries in which we feel alive. On Yom Kippur, we refrain from that. We are in between this world of life and death. And not wearing leather shoes, well, that had to do with the fact that they used to be the most comfortable type of shoes, and so should be a little bit afflicted on Yom Kippur. And then, at the end of Yom Kippur, when we hear that shofar blast, we're supposed to be wakened up, if you will, to realize that we are awake and alive. And then we ask ourselves, are we deserving of the life? Are we living it to its fullest? Are we accomplishing what we can? Are we the best that we can be? This is a Shabbat about preparing for Yom Kippur. I want to wish all of you a wonderful Shabbat, a Shabbat Shalom, and also a Shanah Tovah, that you may be sealed for a year of goodness.